Well, we've got some very exciting news here on Central Coast Radio. There's going to be a brand new show that's going to be joining us on Sunday mornings with Subculture, of course, the show that we do on Sunday mornings. And that brand new show that's going to be joining us on Sunday mornings is a show that actually means a lot to me. And not only is it being hosted by a friend of mine called Russell, or being co-hosted by Russell, I should say, it's also about a topic that I absolutely love. The show's going to be called You Can't Comp This, and it's going to look at trading cards. Now, their show is going to look mainly at NBA trading cards, but we thought this would be a good time to, as we like doing on this show, going back and looking at our childhoods as well. And I guess not just my childhood, because I'm still heavily involved in trading cards, but I thought we would start with you, Kyle. Kyle, tell us a little bit about the trading cards that you had as a kid when you were growing up.
Yeah, see, I wasn't really that much into the sports trading cards when I was growing up. The AFL, basketball, baseball, all those kind of ones. And they were probably the ones that I should have been into, considering the markup and resale value of them. But yeah, I guess like all things in my life, I was always interested in the ones based around movies.
Yeah.
And so, like, we used to collect ones, we basically a whole bunch of different 90s ones. It's just the era so ones like Batman Returns, even the Super Mario Brothers, the movie, not the, the 1990s movie. Yeah, we used to collect all, like, the full sets of those. Back when there was a card store in the middle of Dandenong that we used to go to, and we'd be able to like buy the entire collection and yeah, get the whole set from there, and like all the specials and all that.
Was that the shop? Was that the shop that was up the back, kind of near where the law courts are now?
Yes, I think it might have been. Yeah,
I used to go there as well. I used to go in there because they used to do this thing with the basketball cards where once the season was over, they'd sell the box for like $20.
Oh,
so you'd buy a whole box and just open all the cards in them.
Yeah, because like it was the thing. Like, I mean, I didn't have as much like folder money when I was a kid, so it actually was just a lot cheaper for me to be able to buy like a whole set that way, like, and like going to one of those stores to get the whole set. And I still kind of like looking through those cards, because a lot of them, the ones that are based on movies or whatever, a lot of the time they like kind of like the way you get like production images from a movie that's still it's still being made, it would have scenes which weren't even in finished product of the movie. Like a lot of the time, they would have, there would be like that would depict a scene that would actually be a deleted scene, and like now you have deleted scenes on DVDs, Blu-rays, or even online. But back in the 90s, there was just nothing. So there was like one that I don't know why, but it always comes to mind is there was a card that we had that was about Stanley Ipkiss from The Mask, Jim Carrey's character in The Mask, being mugged by the gang that he eventually beats up later in the movie when he gets the mask. And it was kind of like, it was funny seeing that scene, because it was like, that was like a behind the scenes aspect of the film, in an age when you didn't really get a lot of that kind of stuff. You didn't get deleted scenes, and you didn't get those kind of things, and that was something that I really liked about these collector's cards, is that sometimes they would have deleted scenes or extra information about a movie that you normally wouldn't get.
Yeah, and you used to get the artwork cards too. Like, I was always one of those kids that was fascinated by what goes into making a movie. So I remember, I think it was the RoboCop series, definitely, and I think one of the Batman series, you would have the artwork, like, so the costume designs and stuff like that of how a costume came together or how a set came together. And I remember I used to look at those cards and think like, man, this is some kind of magic. Like, it's, because you don't get to see that kind of stuff. Like, cards played a big deal for me when I was a kid, because I was one of those kids at school that really hated school. I didn't want to be there. I always wanted to be outside playing cricket and playing football. But when I had an interest in cards, Mum used that as kind of my bribery with school. So if I had a maths quiz or a spelling test, Mum would basically say, for every one that you get right, because at our school it was always like 10 sums or 10 words, Mum would be like, for every one you get right, I'll buy you one packet of cards on the news agency on the way home. So that was how Mum bribed me. But then I got into cards massively. Like, it started with footy and cricket, and then it turned into a basketball, and yeah, movie cards. Like, I can remember having like all the Batman series, the Phantom, RoboCop, just about any movie that came out that I went to see. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I remember the Turtles cards got banned at our school because kids were basically getting mugged for them, like, from other kids. So, but yeah, like, cards have always meant a lot to me. So it's kind of adds up that nowadays, like, I collect and sell cards, like, so. But yeah, it's like, and I'm so happy, that this show's coming to Central Coast Radio. You can't comp this because I should say, not cop. You can't comp this because it's going to get a lot more people interested in cards, and I see that as a really good thing. Like, the amount of kids out there that love cards, and I still love it. Like, people like come up to me and say, "Oh, what kind of cards should I let my kids collect?" and things like that, and like, cards have become a bit of an investment over the years as well. Like, there's a guy in the United States famously over the last couple of years who inherited his dad's basketball card collection, and he sold them for enough money to buy an entire house, not just put a deposit on a house. He bought an $800,000 house by selling his dad's collection of cards. So yeah, really weird.
Yeah, so did you ever collect the Garbage Pail Kids?
Yes. So, and at the moment, they are selling for $200 a pack for unopened packs. Like, they were 50 cents a pack in news agencies when I was a kid, and now they're selling for $200 a pack unopened. So
that's nuts. And like I said, just the markup on some. I don't think I have any unopened packs, unfortunately. But yeah, that was another one. And then, of course, like, for them to actually go on to make movies about the Garbage Pail Kids collector's cards, that was a crazy one as well. I guess I kind of just aged out just before Pokemon cards really took off as well. Like, that was another one that like, a lot of my friends had, like, the full collections of those. But as I say, it was just I think I had aged out of it just before they came out. So but those were another set that were, like, really popular for people my age.
Yeah, and then you had Tarzos as well. Like, I don't know if you remember them, but they crept in as well. But that's one of the things that Russell's going to be doing on You Can't Comp This, which I love, is they actually look at which players you should be investing in. Like, for the really serious collectors out there who want to use cards as an investment, they actually look at that, like, whose cards are going up in value or dropping in value. So But we better go to an ad break. But when we come back, Harley's going to talk to us about his childhood trading cards that he had as well. So we'll be back in just a moment here on Central Coast Radio.